Welcome back. We continue our preview of the Class A state basketball tournament with a look at the girls tournament. And Jody, Century was the best team all year, but as we saw last week, anything is possible, right?
That's right, and remember, St. Mary's did beat Century 39-38 in the final game of the regular season, handing the Patriots their only loss of the year. Here's the bracket with games opening at the Fargo Dome for the girls for the quarterfinal round, and then shifting to the Shield Center for the semifinals and championship game on Friday and Saturday. Now, the opening quarterfinal features those top-ranked Patriots from Century. Just like the boys bracket, the Patriots are very dangerous. They dominated the West all season long, dropping just one game, and that was, of course, to St. Mary's. They are led by sophomore forward Lauren Ware, who is 6'4", and getting looked at by all kinds of D1 programs. Ware is second in the WDA in points, rebounds, and leads the West in blocks. Lily Keplin, who's handling the ball here, is a UND commit. She averages 15.5 per game. That's third in the West. They'll be trying to improve on their third-place finish from a year ago. Their road to a title will have to run through a Cinderella. The Cheyenne Mustangs are at state for the first time in school history. The Mustangs eliminated perennial power Shanley 54-53 in the state qualifier. Keep in mind, just 3 years ago, this Mustangs team went 0-22, but they've obviously improved tremendously, led by all EDC performers Kiera Free and junior guard Maggie Manson. The Mustangs could not be more excited to be going to state.
I think the one thought that kept coming to mind was we want it so bad. Definitely kind of like a relief. We've worked so long for this, we've worked so hard for this. We've built this program from literally nothing, and it's just so exciting to finally have made it to state. That was one of our goals, but we're not done yet.
I think we learned a lot and grew up a lot this weekend. I want us to enjoy it tonight, and then I want to make sure that we're ready to refocus because we have bigger goals in mind.
Now, the 2 seed from the East will be Red River. The Rough Riders relied on their defense and rebounding to lead the charge into the state tournament. They have 3 of the top 10 leading ball thieves in the EDC2, including Kennedy Steffen and her 4.5 steals per game. But it's their balanced offensive attack that keeps teams guessing. Playing a rotation of 10 girls, the Riders have 4 girls averaging over 10-plus points per game. They powered their way to a runner-up finish in conference, and that gives Kent Ripplinger's team some confidence.
This week proved that we could play with any team. I mean, I think we've come a long way this year, and I don't think it's going to be any different for us next week. We just got to, look at the film, learn from it, see what we could do better, and continue to grow as a team.
Now, their opponent will be the St. Mary's girls, who are in the state tournament for the first time, and listen to this, 20 years. Led by WDA Senior Athlete of the Year Tanya Dvorak, the Saints will rely on excellent defense and pressure. They are only giving up 45 points per game while forcing 24 turnovers per contest. And for Dvorak, the goal this week is simple.
We're going to have to win every game. That's our goal. So we have to give it everything.
We got to be disciplined on the defensive side. We want ball pressure, but at the same time, we got to be disciplined. We went through a lot of fouls, and so we cleaned that up. I think we're going to do a good job there.
Now let's take a look at the bottom half of the bracket where top seed Davies resides. The Eagles are going to be a tough out, but get the defending champs from Legacy right off the bat. Now the Eagles rely on their trio of all EDC performers. Let's take a look at them. Carly Kotzik, Alyssa Paper, and Senior Athlete of the Year, Reagan Linster. The Eagles will take their 22-3 record into the Fargo Dome on Thursday. And although it may be their offense that grabs headlines, scoring just under 74 points per game, Coach Tim Jacobson thinks it's their defense that will take them through the state tournament.
We're going to have to play some outstanding defense if we're going to be successful. Most of those teams out west can go run up and down pretty good, and they're physical, and for us it's real important that we stay under control and match that enthusiasm.
It's going to take everything we got. We got a lot of good games ahead of us, and we just got to take it one game at a time, focus in, and play how we know how to play, because when we do that, we're a tough team to beat.
Now the defending state champs are returning to state as the 4 seed and a different looking roster. That'd be Bismarck Legacy. They're led by lone senior Whitney Thomas, and the Sabres will look to repeat the run that they went on last year when they came into state as the 3 seed. Now Legacy finished the regular season with a 13-11 record, but head coach Jim Petrick knows anything can happen once you get here.
Well, anything can happen. We came in as a 3 seed last year and kind of unproven. We had lost 2 games at state the year before, and
you know, state tournaments can be magical, and last year it was for us, and we got a lot of confidence come tournament time with this group, and we just got to keep riding that confidence.
It's a great feeling, especially since we lost quite a few seniors last year. Coming in being the only senior was pretty hard, but the team fought through. We all improved throughout the season, so that's what pushed over into getting into state this year.
Take a look at the 2 seed out of the West. That is Mandan. The Braves will be playing Devils Lake in the first round. The Braves finished last season 4th in the state tournament and want to make it even further this year. Depth is the key. Mandan has 4 girls in the double-digit scoring category, led by junior Megan Zander, who's leading the state in scoring, averaging over 20 points per game. Kennedy Harris is a great one, too, on that squad. Mandan will be seeking its 10th championship in school history and first since 2008. 1 year after making state as the 8th seed out of the East, Devils Lake is back again, earning the 3 seed out of the conference tournament. Although they were there last year, the Firebirds may be the youngest team left standing. They will rely on a pair of all EDC performers. Matea Betch, the junior, is 4th in the EDC for scoring at just under 16 a game, and sophomore Jessica Mertens, who is 6th in assists per game and 5th in steals. The Firebirds will have their hands full with that Mandan crew in the opening round, but Betch and her teammates aren't shying away from big goals.
I like to see us get a win at state, go all the way. We're trying as hard as we can. We got to play as a team and play good defense because that's what we do.
Well, I think our defense, our full court defense and our pressure defense, it's been our strength all year long. At times, you know, if we can't get steals and create turnovers and turn them into points, then we're not very good on the offensive end. We don't want to play a half-court game.
Kelly, there's your look at the field of 8 for both the boys and girls. I hope everyone enjoys the games, and if last week taught us anything, upsets will be more of a norm than a surprise. We'll recap it all next week on Midco Sports Tonight.
All right, thanks, Jody. Next on the show, we'll go through our live broadcast schedule for the week. Stay right here on Midco Sports Tonight.